Good morning, Madam Kina. My name is Aozen Hui from class DCA 213A. Today, I will be presenting the topic of the most iconic censorship on social media. These are the table of contents. Number 1. Chinese government censorship of Uyghur genocide. Who are the Uyghurs? The Uyghurs, also known as Uyghurs, are a Turkic ethnic group who originated in and are culturally related with Central and East Asia. The Uyghurs are indigenous to northwest China's Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region. What China's censors don't want you to read about the Uyghurs. The Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region, according to the Chinese government, is an example of multi-ethnic harmony and stability, despite China's continuous attempts to restrict international coverage of Uyghur problems. Government-sponsored Han migration to Xinjiang since its annexation in 1949 has drastically changed the racial demographics of the region. The Turkish-speaking Sunni Muslim Uyghurs and other regional ethnic groups have been swamped as the Han Chinese population has grown fast. Humanitarian organizations claim China has brutally detained and imprisoned over 1 million Uyghurs against their will in a myriad of re-education centers and sentenced hundreds of thousands to prison terms in recent years. There is also evidence that Uyghurs are being compelled to work and that women are being sterilized forcibly. Former inmates have also claimed to have been tortured and sexually assaulted in the camps. Several countries have accused China of genocide in Xinjiang, including the United States. China has been accused of crimes against humanity in reports released by Amnesty International and Human Rights Watch. China denies any accusations of human rights violations in Xinjiang, arguing that its re-education camps are in place to combat separatist and Islamist militancy. Number 2. Chinese government censorship of the 1989 Tiananmen Square massacre. What happened at Tiananmen Square in 1989? Pro-democracy protests grew in spring 1989 with demands for more political freedom protests. With demands for more political freedom, protesters were motivated by the death of Hu Yaobang, a powerful politician who controlled some of the country's economic and political developments. To reclaim control of Tiananmen Square, forces opened fire with real bullets, crushing and detaining demonstrators on the 3rd and 4th of June. Nobody knows how many people were slain for sure. The Chinese government announced the deaths of 200 people and several dozen security officers at the end of June 1989. On the 5th of June, a guy confronted a line of tanks withdrawing from the square. He was filmed walking with 2 shopping bags to block the tanks from passing by. 2 men grabbed him and dragged him away. It is unclear what happened to him, but he's become the protest's defining image. Did people in China know what happened? During the anniversary of the bloody June 4th crackdown on pro-democracy demonstrations in Tiananmen Square, China's robot censors are working overtime, tools to detect and ban content related to the 1989 massacre, helped by machine learning and speech and image recognition, have reached unparalleled levels of precision according to censors at Chinese internet businesses. Number 3, Zionist censorship of the Nakba, Palestinian ethnic cleansing since 1948. What is the Nakba? Every year on May 15, around 12.4 million Palestinians around the world commemorate the Nakba, or catastrophe, which refers to the ethnic cleansing of Palestine and near total annihilation of Palestinian society in 1948. This year marks the 73rd anniversary of Palestinian dispossession and loss of homeland. The State of Israel was established on that day. Hundreds of thousands of Palestinians were forced to flee their homes as a result of Israel's formation. Between 1947 and 1948, at least 750,000 Palestinians out of a total population of 1.9 million were forced to flee the country in a series of mass murders, including more than 70 massacres. Zionist forces has taken over 78% of historic Palestine, ethnically cleansed and destroyed approximately 530 villages and cities, and killed about 15,000 Palestinians. Censoring the Nakba. Defense Ministry staff have been searching Israel's archives and erasing historic material since the beginning of the last decade. But it's not just documents linked to Israel's nuclear program and foreign relations that are being moved to vaults. Hundreds of documents have been hidden as part of a systematic attempt to cover up the Nakba evidence. This is a quote by the apartheid fighter Nelson Mandela. We all know too well that our freedom is incomplete without the freedom of the Palestinians. This is the end of my slide. Thank you.